Hey David, it's Greg here. We connected on LinkedIn, and you asked me how much does it cost for my services. I had sent you a series of emails telling you that I would compare your website to one of your competitors to show you what your opportunities are to gain more customers by being more visible on the internet. Now, I'm going to compare you to one of your competitors, but first let me define what visible on the internet looks like. Here's a Google search. There are three areas where you can get attention in Google. Number one, the paid ads section, pay-per-click section here. Number two, in the maps section here. And number three, in the organic search results down here. Now, for maximum success, you'd be visible in all three of these areas. But getting 2 out of 3 right is a very good opportunity to win a lot of business. Let me show you where you stand in all of these 3 areas. And I'm going to compare you to one of your competitors, Sandra and Sons, based out of Littleton, right, not too far from you, and also not in Denver. So I thought that there would be a fair comparison. Let's take a look at your website stats first to show us the room for improvement that we have. Here are stats for your website, Dave. 0 organic traffic, that is 0 visitors to your website per month, whereas for Kitchens of Denver, based in Littleton, almost 500 visitors to their website per month. Now, many of these turn into leads, and this is a very valuable source of traffic for new business. Okay, so our opportunity is to move you from 0 to some share of 500. Okay, let's take a look at your website and start here. I'm going to start with talking about getting you into the organic section of Google search. Okay, to get into the organic section of Google search, Google needs to understand what you do and where you do it. Okay, so that when their customers are searching for Kitchen Remodel Parker or Kitchen Remodel Denver, if they understand that you do those things in those locations, then they can rank you. And the second thing they want to know is that they can trust you, okay, to show you onto the first page of Google. Let's talk about what you do and where you do it. In order to tell Google what you do and where you do it, it's all about your content, David. So when we talk about content, it's firstly about the words. It's mostly about the words. You need at least 1,500 words on your homepage that describe what you do, what your mission is, how you do it, what services you offer. Okay. Currently, your homepage has 387 words. Not enough. Okay. So we need enough words here so that Google will assume that you know what you're talking about and that the answers that their customers are looking for are somewhere in the content on your website. The second reason why content is really important is because it allows us to write into your content keywords. A keyword is, for example, Kitchen Remodel Parker. This is a what you do, kitchen remodel, and where you do it keyword. Very, very important. We need to find 20 of the best keywords across a variety of your services. Now, I can see from your website here that the services you offer, remodel, kitchen remodel, home interior flooring, bathroom remodeling. So we would find keywords that described each of these services in the areas that you did them, and we would write that content into your website. The reason why this is important is because when one of your customers, potential customers, are searching for kitchen remodeling Parker, if those words are not written into your website, Google doesn't know that they should show you in that particular search. So it's about content. Let's go ahead and take a look, David, at the organic keywords that Google has referenced for your website, and noting there are only 2 of them. So currently, this is what Google knows of you. Basement remodeling Parker, albeit that you are on the 6th page of Google for that. And I think maybe there's a brand name or technique, I'm not quite sure, but these are not necessarily relevant to the types of searches that your customers might do to find you. Let's take a look then at what Kitchens of Denver have written into their website. These are keywords that they have. Kitchen remodelers, Denver, Colorado. Kitchen remodel, Denver, Colorado. Kitchen remodeling, Denver, Colorado. Denver kitchen remodeling, etc., etc. You get the picture. So they have all these keywords written into their content that tell Google what they do and where they do them, and they match the search phrases that their customers might use to find them. Okay, this is what we would need to do for your website. The second thing I mentioned to you is trust. Google needs to trust you. Now, the way that Google trusts you is that we play the Google popularity contest. Google wants to see that you are connected to other websites on the internet. The internet is a web, and the more you participate in that web, the more Google trusts you. So these websites that link to your website are called referring domains. You have 10 of them, but it's only driving a trust score for your site of 0.5%. Compare you to Kitchens of Denver, 500 referring domains, and a 21% trust score, right? So they are much more trusted than you are in Google's eyes, and therefore they are much more easily ranked to the first page of Google. The strategy here is to, over time, reach out to all these other websites called referring domains that are in the same industry as you or relevant to the industry that you're in, and that are trusted by Google, and we request a link back from that site to your site. Imagine, for example, a blog that was the best kitchen remodelers of Denver.com. And in that blog, they wrote an article and they mentioned your business and they linked back to your business from that blog. That would be a trustworthy, high relevance link that Google would allow, that would push your trust score up with Google, for example. Okay, now let's talk about getting you into the maps section here. Being in the maps section is very important. If you're in the maps section at any one time, over 50% of your traffic can come from the maps section. Secondly, your customers are looking for a local contractor for relevance and trustworthiness. So getting you here in the map section is really important. The way we do this, Dave, is we register your business with over 200 online directories. You've heard of Yelp, BBB, Yellow Pages, but there are hundreds of others you've never heard of and don't need to know about, but are very powerful to driving relevance and prominence here in the maps section. Being in the maps section too allows you to build a reputation. You see these reviews and the 5 stars, a very strong proof point for your potential customers to help them convert. Okay, the third thing that I mentioned to you here, Dave, being up here in the maps section. Now, this is a very valid place to be, okay? Because for the keywords that we would target for your services, for example, kitchen remodelers, Denver, Colorado, the cost per click is not astronomical. And we could choose ones that were more affordable to drive a very good return on investment for your ad spend. That's in Google. It is also a relevant opportunity to advertise your business in Facebook. We can be very, very targeted and drive leads to your business in a very economical fashion that you could then turn into jobs. You wouldn't have to do any of the website work to do the ads work. So there is a choice here to do, but it would get you attention from your potential customers and would drive business for you. All right, Dave, there you are. I'm going to stop here by way of overview. For your website, it's about the content, it's about the keywords, to tell Google what you're doing, where you do. It's about backlinks to drive your trust, and it's about getting you into the Google My Business for local relevance. And then I mentioned Google and Facebook advertising, a great way to get prominence without doing all the internet, without doing all the website work. So there you go, Dave. Hope this is interesting to you, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.